Yes, on
Let's
Jason.
do this.
Hey, we are live. I'm just going to wait until I see our channel going up because Scott promised us this once before.
So there's an
Live.
advert that I can see.
Oh,
hey, there we are.
Can you see us? I can't see us.
I can. I'll refresh.
No, we're
Oh,
on
I can see it. I can see us now. I can see us now.
Oh,
Yeah, I
wait,
just
it's
rejoined.
wanting me to
You can see our
resubscribe.
faces. There we go. I had to
Do I
resubscribe today as
have-
well.
Oh, no, I can. Yeah,
I
I've
will
got my
resubscribe after this
subscription
advert for myself. How's everyone doing?
Hey!
I'll say our faces.
Right, hello, our faces. How are yous? Oh, I'm going to share my 14th month sub anniversary, guys. Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
With Prime. Subscribe to my own channel with Prime. There we go.
that's how cool we are.
Because I would spend real money on this channel, even though I take Critical Role. Anyway, hi and welcome
me both.
to Halloween, the end of our Hallow stream month here at Sanity Check Gaming, where we're going to do the one I was going to do at the beginning of the month, but I didn't finish it in time, so I didn't. And now I am with an extra player. Woo! So tonight I will do the usual. I will introduce everybody, and then we'll get down to some. It's not spooky. I know every year I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to do a spooky one. I always forget. And we're like, oh, the alien, that's creepy. Nothing Halloweeny about it. Okay, so anyway, so who we've got on stream? If you look directly above me, it is Rachel. In case Rachel's not watching the stream,
Hi.
there she is. Look at her. Hey, Rach, who are you? What are you playing?
I am Vicky. I play a Marine, and that's all you gotta know.
Correct, because we're keeping our secret backstory secret until somebody gets bored and spills the beans. Now, directly underneath me, is he always well prepared? Logan, who are you and what are you playing?
I'm playing a wee guy called Hasbilla. No relation to the wee man, but that's all I've got to say.
All he can tell you at the moment because it's a
Oh,
mysterious.
hey, I'm 10 by the way. I'm 10. Put it in now. The wee guy's
He's
10
not
years old.
10! He's
He can't be
17
changed,
years
that's it.
old and 11 months.
He's 10 year
Otherwise,
old.
I will feel really guilty about anything that happens to him.
What about this?
11
What
months
about
and
this?
30 days.
Mhm.
He's like Robin Williams and Jack. He's 10 years old, but he looks like a grown man.
No, he's not. No, that's a weird wrinkle, and I'm not accepting it. So no,
Well,
no, he's not. He is a
Benjamin
teenager.
buttoning his way through this game.
Yeah. Anyway, on the other side of the screen, at the top, wearing a witchy hat, Mary. Hey, Mary, who are you and what are you playing? Or what are you playing? And who are you?
I am. My character is Winters, and she's a roughneck.
It also has an ulterior motive for being where they are.
Yeah.
Because you've read it, you know what it is. Yeah, we never actually talked about it because we've not really spoke much this month. Anyway, underneath them, wearing a non-spooky hat, Leon. Leon, who are you and what are you playing?
Hey, I am DK Tucker, and I'm playing a Marine.
Yes, he's doing a voice, which I didn't know until now, which really surprised me.
I'm trying now.
I'm with it, mate. I'm all about it. And underneath them, finally, last but not least, is the latest addition to Sanity Check Gaming. Barry, who are you and what are you playing?
So my character's name is Luciana Delancey, and she is a company agent. Her reasons for being on the ship are her own. All the Marines need to know is they are paid to not ask questions and do as they're told.
Oh, which always goes well for company agents in our previous episodes of this game.
I sure do, lad. Not questioning orders.
You ain't paid enough to answer questions.
So, we will start the episode as we always do. As we in the distance, we see a ship drawing closer to us. This ship is called the Legato. It is a rescue ship of sorts. Large cargo bay, which is empty at this moment. And it is, those that would know such things, it is a very well made ship, but it's also an older model, which is a little bit unusual. For reasons we'll find out later. We go inside the camera goes inside the ship, and we see 4 stasis pods. So we did in the last game, except there's more stasis pods. And as always, lights start to come on. have actually wrote a bit for this, so I will see if I need to read it. The onboard ship system crackles briefly announces ship in range of target. Suspended animation sequence terminated. 4 status pods sit inside a cargo bay. Lights start flashing, machines hum to life, and a reanimation sequence begins. Time passes. Lights flash from red to yellow to green. The seals of the suspension units unseal with a slight popping noise, and they open, spilling revitalizing chemical mist into the room. The occupants of the units start to stir. The room light brightens, and on the left-hand wall, a coffee machine sputters to life. The yellow lights click on in the floor and walls, leading you to the briefing room. The onboard computer speaks again. Please collect your belongings and make your way to the briefing area for work assignments. Help yourself to a cup of coffee rated fucking dog shit on 173 colonies. Any questions should be directed to your company liaison officer. Who would like to awaken first? Oh, don't all say once.
I'll go first.
Okay. Leon, you sit up out of your chamber and you see 3 bodies, all of whom you recognise. What are you doing?
I'll go over and I'll check on my marine friend, and I'll try and tap on the glass to see if I can wake her up.
Rach, you're coming to. You're feeling the kind of groggy, fucking terrible feeling that you always found, and you hear some tapping noises as well.
Can I get
Just
you a
look.
coffee?
The shit still.
We're still flying.
I asked if the coffee was shit.
I mean, it's still rated that well. I don't think it's changed that much since we went under.
I just get out.
I'll help
Stretch.
her out.
Crack the knuckles.
Yeah.
I
You know, I've always been more of a tea man myself.
haven't had tea in a while. I have it on ships though for some reason. Always ill prepared.
Should we wake the rest of them up or head through, try and get as much as we can before the rest of them
We
finish
can
up?
set up. Yeah, we set up, and then they can just wake up on their own time.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
At the foot of each of your stasis pods is a foot locker. It contains everything you would normally wear, so like overalls, whatever clothes you think would be appropriate for your marine to have wore before they went in. There is some freeze-dried bags of like MREs, all that kind of stuff. And as they're kind of digging through this and kind of lightly bantering and bickering as Marines do, Miri, you kind of slowly come to consciousness. How do you feel when you wake up?
Oh, I'm just like, oh, I got like tiny eyes. You know when like you wake up in the morning, it's too bright, and you're just, oh my god, what has happened? And gradually things sort of come into focus, and they're like, ah, shit, I'm still here.
Yeah. So yeah, as you see the kind of 2 Marines. What you notice about these Marines is these are not like fresh out the academy. You've seen Marines cutting about before, and you can tell the difference between the serious Marines, the ones that have seen duty, and the ones that are just kind of straight out of boot camp. These ones have got the scars, the tattoos, and the kind of like the body type that you'd expect. You know, you're not shy getting in a tussle, but these look like killers to you. So take from that what you will. And as you hear a lot of noise here, Vary, your character, wakes up. Smells the unmistakable stench of marine and roughneck.
I'm going to climb out the pod and I'm just going to go through all the company regulated stretches and exercises to get myself back awake after prolonged stasis. And then I'm going to take a look at the coffee, pour myself a mug, take a cursory sniff, and then put it straight back down because
Yeah,
nope,
tastes like shit.
doesn't even get as far as tasting it. Just that'll be a no.
I just
And
walk over and
then,
grab it and go, "Oh, coffee's the best thing on this ship."
And then I'm gonna be like, 5 minutes briefing room, guys.
Mhm.
We're holding a
Got it,
ship
boss.
meeting. And then I'm just gonna go to the briefing room.
I'll turn her and say, in our contract, we usually have around about half an hour of leave time before our first meeting after stasis.
If you read
No,
this
I haven't
contract, you
now.
realise that you don't get to ask questions and you don't do anything but take orders. So your ass, briefing room, 5 minutes.
All right.
In the background.
Just gonna warn you right now, everyone's gonna be groggy as shit.
I've just got my coffee and my cigarettes. Just like, oh,
Just doing that
fucking hell.
as she turns, I'm like,
Typical roughneck stuff, yeah.
"Do you hear that noise?"
I think so, yeah.
Vary, now there is one thing that you do notice, Vary, whose character's by the way name is actually, is it, which one are you again?
I'm
Are you
Luciana.
Luciana. So I should always put in brackets who the actual character is playing, because I was like, fuck are all these people? Luciana. What you do know about Winters is that that is not the roughneck that you asked for.
Oh.
You specified a roughneck that you have worked with several times and knows how to take orders, how to shut the fuck up. And then at the last minute, they got mysteriously injured in a bar fight, which is really out of character for them. And then you requested the next person you usually take, and they didn't turn up. This person turned up. So you just hope this one's as good as the two that you would normally work with. Mary,
I'm
your
gonna
ulterior motive is in the message from the past. That's specifically what you're looking for.
gonna
We
kill
might not hit
everyone.
it tonight, but we will, if we
Okay.
have to, we'll have a wee chat after the stream, okay?
Okay.
Because it's fine, don't worry, I'll help. Okay, it's cool. So
If-
yeah, go ahead, mate, go ahead.
I just want to ask if Rachel, what's your character again?
Vicky, what's your character's name?
DK.
Yes, I remember that.
Do me and Vicky know each other?
Yeah, you have
Yeah,
worked
we
together. Yeah, you are
We're
squad
best
mates.
buddies. We're
Mhm.
best buddies.
We're best buddies. Best buds.
Have you been asleep that long that you've forgotten me?
Never forget you, Vicky.
Oh my god, that seems like you were, if you were dad, I'll never get you, Vicky. Right, so
Except every time he wakes up after hypersleep.
I will say hypersleep is massively traumatic on like your brain and everything. Like you wake up and you're like, I do know my
These
name.
my hands?
Yeah,
What
like
century is this?
yeah, like it takes a while. Part of the reason the coffee tastes so bad is the stuff in the coffee that kind of clears you out, and they've never worked out how to make it taste like anything other than fucking awful.
That actually would make sense.
Right. But anyway, the company also doesn't like to tell you when they're giving you kind of untested chemicals, so it's just bad coffee. It's fine.
We
So,
just
yeah.
know this anyway.
You assume at this point. We'll do a fucking show one time about the dangers of capitalism, but tonight is not it.
Are there
So
any
anyway,
before we
Mhm.
start the meeting? Are there any foods of the noodle or hot dog variety?
Well, I did specifically ask for noodle dogs, but I don't know if the captain was too keen on that.
That's in our contracts. Every time.
Well, it
Is it
is
the
actually in our
avalanche?
contracts, yeah.
It's actually it's in Logan. It's in Leon's and Rachel's contracts. You
Yeah.
can give me an investigation check of the eating area on the ship. Now again, it's a large kind of cargo area, and it's got a couple of bits that kind of pull out the side and are used for like cooking and whatnot. If you want to have a look around, you can.
Would I use observation for that?
Observation's absolutely fine.
Can we both do it?
Yeah, of course you can.
I ain't got great observation.
I will
Either.
tell you right now that it's not going to matter. But
Doesn't matter anyway.
what did you get?
Nothing.
We all got nothing.
You got
We
nothing,
all
right?
got nothing.
I got two
No,
more dice than you, but you know.
it's absolutely fine, guys. I wouldn't overthink it. The bad news is you do find some.
Hey.
Yeah, it is freeze-dried noodle dog ration packs which you've had before, and taste like neither noodle nor dog. Not
These
even
aren't
noodle
even
dog.
the real ones.
Yeah.
These are the fake pieces of shit. Oh,
Yeah. There's some particularly good brands of like freeze-dried noodle dog. This is not it. This is the This is like
screwed us on this one.
yeah.
Noodle dogs are they're the easiest thing to make, and they get the cheapest brand. It's like the cheapest of the cheapest.
Stand in the corner
Oh,
like
fun
dipping a
fact.
Pretty
freeze-dried
much.
noodle dog in a coffee and eating it.
I'm still gonna eat the noodle dog. Yeah, she's like, oh
Yeah,
fuck it.
it's tradition. We gotta
Not
eat
even putting it in the rehydrator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it. I'll walk over to Mary's character. Say, hey, don't know your name, but we got some food here, just in case you want some before the meeting.
Oh, thanks. Winters.
Winters, nice to meet you. I'm DK.
You look
Becky.
tough and like sort of patched in the vaguely friendly way.
Thank you for the pat, ma'am. That
Thank
there,
you
Vicky.
for your service.
Jesus, they still say that in that century. It's a deep. It's
I
a,
just
No
look
one knows
at
what it means anymore. It's just a thing you say.
Yeah.
it's just a phrase that's used.
it's just a meaningless phrase, exactly like it is now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, keep going, guys. Yeah, RP away. You're doing great. There's no content, guys, so keep going.
All right. Okay.
Isn't there another person that's supposed to wake up?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
No.
No.
Oh no,
Would've
there was
thought so.
4 of us. Yeah.
It's just the corpo.
Kind of just come out of status. I'm fucked.
Yeah, that's alright. We're definitely one of the smallest crews I've been a part of. You had much me and Vicky have been together for a while, done a few jobs together. Never ran into you before. You what do you do?
Usually I'm below decks and tinkering
Yeah, we
around,
wouldn't have seen you.
Yeah, probably not.
kicking stuff, making sure all the shit works and we don't blow up.
Yeah, well, lower
Mostly.
decks they're an important part of the ship. They see the most action, sometimes more than us.
No, we see
What
the
rats?
good
Yeah.
shit.
Time passes. You just get your act together.
Oh, we need to
Luciana,
go for the meeting.
yeah, you have made your way to the meeting area, and then as opposed to sitting down like you were ordered to, you've all just kind of split off and like went and raked through things. So Luciana's sitting there, I'm assuming by this point, glaring at you quite heavily and mentally deducting like bonus payments from you.
Yep.
How long do you let this go for, Luciana, before you do what you do?
I give it a couple of minutes. I at least let them finish their coffee because I'm not a complete monster. So once I realise that they've finished their coffee and they're halfway through their noodle dogs, I'll just be like, okay, it's time to call this meeting into order.
Yeah. DK and Vicky, they're like huddled around one packet, just like finishing.
Yeah, just eating our noodle dog.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So yeah, there's these again. There's another area, and like you press a button, stuff kind of like rises up out the floor, and you all get to sit down. The shitty kind of green screen that they have in Aliens, which looks suspiciously like 80s technology, but is actually far in the future, starts kind of typing out, I guess you'd say, the mission brief. Now, would you like to read the mission brief, or shall I read the mission brief? I'll show it to you.
Our brain's too fucked from being in cryo, so you're
Oh,
gonna have to read it, Lee.
That's not a problem at all.
We can get is it mother or father? What kind of system do you got on this ship?
Obviously, it's mother.
It would be mother on these ships normally. This is an older model. It does have an automated system, but it's a lower grade one.
So brother.
Yeah,
Cousin.
yeah.
Like auntie.
This is just mom. This is all this one is.
Mom.
Mom. It's got a lot of automated system, but it doesn't have the kind of borderline AI that some of the bigger ships have. But it does have a voice command. And it goes, "Congratulations, employee. You have been specially selected to complete a mission you are uniquely qualified for, as stated in your employment contract, page 178, paragraph 7, section 22, subsection II. Your agreement
I'm
doesn't
sorry, that
require.
just sounds like Kermit the Frog.
It's yeah.
I can't take that
That's
seriously.
That's
look,
the
you're not
setting.
good.
We have it on Kermit the Frog thing.
You can change it. Your agreement doesn't require your verbal or written consent or prior knowledge of the assignment. This is they do this on purpose so that you don't realize what horrors you're letting yourself in for. You will be compensated for your time on this assignment at a rate of 3 times your standard pay per shift, with a completion bonus of 5,000 credits on satisfactory completion of the mission criteria. Enhanced NDA applies. Thank you for your assistance. It continues. Your discretion is required and expected legally under punishment of contract termination and seizure of all assets. Mission brief. Your team has been issued the Rescue Team Clearance Beta Schofield Wright 0822. Contact has been lost with the Obannon recon ship in the redacted system. A distress call has been received asking for help detailing with a loss of power system due to mission specialist being incapacitated. The standard support of redacted Marines and corporate representatives with appropriate clearance issues to sensitive information is guarded has been provided. Long-range craft will dock with Obannon and from there make contact with the crew and perform any necessary repairs. Enhanced NDAs will be in effect for the mission. Bonuses will be provided for timely completion of the mission. For most of you, this is a fairly standard contract that you've seen. There was some stuff in there that you've never seen before, particularly the Marines. You've never seen the support of redacted Marines before. Usually there'd be the number of Marines. That's not confidential information because normally you just look around the room and you'd see how many Marines there are.
1,
That's weird.
2.
Unless there's more we don't know about.
I'll put my hand up, just while still kind of munching.
Yes, TK.
Sorry, ma'am. Usually, the Marines are given the number of, the number of the team we're to put together. It's pretty much the baseline of what we work with. Is there any reason why that's been redacted?
Yes, that's redacted. The information that you're asking for is classified and on a need-to-know basis. You don't need to know. All you need to know is that these are the mission parameters, this is your squad, and you are paid to ask no questions.
Well, I gotta say, I ain't asking a question. I'm just pointing it out. It's never seen that before.
If you have a problem with the mission parameters, there's the airlock.
Ma'am, I don't have no problems. Just telling you how things are usually. Just trying to help out. Is this your first assignment here or?
Okay, you're now asking more questions.
Well, not about the mission brief, more about your competency. But
I'm going to step in for a second here. Just for going, you know, Luciana. Luciana, although you've not worked directly with her, you have heard the name. She's known for a couple of things: making sure Marines are paid, and making sure Marines are discreet. The Marines you know that have worked with her, even the ones that you're good friends with, good drinking buddies with, they won't talk about what they've done, even when you've got them drunk, which is fucking unheard of for Marines.
Right.
But what you do
So
know is
we
that
know
they
it's
get paid.
pretty hush hush.
She's
We
doing
got
it.
it, don't worry, boss.
we're just happy for the opportunity.
Good.
Well,
Now,
I think Luciana's also wearing the little horns, but anyway.
she is in spirit.
Yeah.
It's very, yeah.
Now
It's the exact
you,
fashion of the future.
Winters, is it? I don't
Aye.
recall you being on the manifest for a requested crew. How did you end up on this mission?
Well, lucky you, I was available, but other people weren't, and I'm here. So great to work with you. Like reach out, like get rid of the noodle dog crumbs and like reach out for a shake.
I'm just gonna stare at the hand in disgust and be like, okay.
Oh, sorry.
Do you understand the? Do you understand the reason that you're here?
Got it. Roughneck? Doing roughneck things? Yep. Got it. All of it? Mm-hmm. Read the whole thing.
We shall see.
You're not
Now,
wrong. Oh,
now
dear.
that you've all read and understood the mission parameters, I'm sure you understand that this is a simple and should be fairly straightforward search, rescue, and repair job.
Simple I like.
Once we've docked with the Obannon, we will access the main computer systems to try and ascertain what has happened, try and get a head count on what the situation of the ship is like, and find out the status of the crew. Then we'll move room by room, try and do a search for the ship. Any questions on that? Marines, this should be simple for you. This is a breach and clear. You've done this before.
Got it.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. We'll be docking shortly with the Obannon. Gear up. Be ready to fly as soon as we dock.
As you see, we'll be docking with the Obannon shortly. You do see a countdown appear, and it tells you that you're within about 30 minutes of rendezvous with the ship itself. The transponders on, green across the board. You definitely should be able to find it without any issue. It gives you time to suit up. What the Marines will notice, and probably the Roughneck as well, is that the equipment that you've been given, the vac suit, isn't just your run-of-the-mill, we're going to fix a ship that's got a broken engine vac suit, just enough to do a job. This is high-end gear. This is expensive stuff. Like this in itself, you're thinking these go for about 30,000 creds. Most
I'm just fully expressing that. I go, ooh.
In response to that, all I'm
Shit
going to
this
say
time.
is like, I like to make sure that my crew is taken care of for any mission, regardless of what it involves. And then I'm just going to walk and get my own gear.
Mm,
And I'm just like, thanks, boss. That's
yeah.
good shit.
Christmas
This
came
is
early.
this is indeed the good shit. Now, Vicky and Leon's character is called Kiki. I've done it backwards. I've wrote like Rachel equals this, and then beneath it I've written Leon equals this. So I've absolutely broke my brain by doing that. So Vicky and DK, you guys have worked on xenomorph extractions before, which is partially why you guys are given dangerous assignments, because you've proven yourself that you can go into places where people don't want to go and shouldn't survive, fuck shit up, and bring things back. You've dragged people out alive. You've dragged androids out intact, and you have even snatched them eggs before. When you do that, you get given what's called an ape suit. This is one step up from an ape suit, and you have never been issued like anything like this before. So whatever that feeling that gives you, be it confidence, be it dread, it's unusual. These get suited up. These suits are designed to be able to get on by one person. So you press the appropriate buttons, it stands up straight. He's walking. Imagine like a power armor suit from Fallout. Fairly easy to get in and out, except much more advanced, and almost like you've got a sense of touch through it. You've got a cool fucking HUD on it, telling you how much health you have and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Vicky!
I fear more expensive this year.
Dude, this
Yeah.
is fucking cool.
Yeah.
We're in the big time now,
Yeah.
sis.
And with varying levels of comfort, it attaches yourself to the places that need to be attached to if you need to go pee pee or poop it. Ah!
Hey, look, it says I can pee.
Damn.
So
One
anyway,
spacesuit you can fart in.
oh yes, as much as you like. So yeah, you get suited up. Weapons are of the standard variety for ship combat. Nothing particularly unusual there. It was the weapons that what you guys would consider your standard layout, especially for xeno hunting. Flamer unit, I think, was Leon's what's picked. Rachel, I think you've picked something slightly different, and just suppressing fire with the good old trusty pulse rifle, and whatever other goodies you guys have taken with you. Now, the ship approaches the Obannon. To give you a bit of background on the Obannon, the Obannon is a mid-sized military class vessel It's an older design, but it's still widely in use. They're known for their reliability and also how easily they are to refit. Modules can be taken off and replaced. They can store fighters in them, or they can easily be converted to cargo. The Obannon, from what you can tell, has been mainly used as some kind of cargo vessel. It's holding in high orbit above an unknown planet, and it's been cracked at some point in its recent past. Now, not knowing how familiar any of you with sci-fi bullshit, cracking a planet is when you break a planet apart and you take out all the good stuff from inside and then you leave
Everything.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is strip mining on a planetary scale. It is
Shit.
pretty fucking cool, unless you are a life form that lives on that planet. In which case, sorry, Nate.
Well, the good news is that you won't be a life form that lives on that planet much longer. So
Yeah. So yeah, you do see it, and it's got a high orbit of what's left of this planet. You do still see like some kind of like heat. It takes a long time for the insides of planets to cool down. I think I don't know science.
probably would, I'd imagine.
I would assume. Its engines are functioning. I'm going to say by this point you guys have all went to the kind of the piloting area and you are looking at the various view screens that are zooming in and out. Its engines are functioning, but a large portion of the ship that's gone dark. There's also heavy damage to the front end of the ship, which is where the primary docking port would be, which is probably where you guys would have wanted to put down. However, the emergency ones at the rear do appear to be in good working order. Parts of the hull are also open to space, which suggests some kind of fight with another ship, or whatever you guys think it may be. There also is an unknown material over part of the ship, which you don't recognise. Also, like some kind of like growth. It's covering portions of the ship. There's also large portions of the ship which are covered with some kind of black material that you don't recognise. And other parts are kind of reddish brown. As you're staring at the ship, a message comes across the communication system. Actually, I'm just going to wing it because I didn't clear this with the person, so I'm just going to do it. This is Medical Officer Brennan. Please help us. We're stuck in the containment labs. Those things are everywhere.
Containment labs.
I'm going to instantly hit the button for the comms to respond.
Mhm.
Bannon, do you read me? This is Luciana Delancey of the ship whose name I've just forgotten because it's gone out of my head.
The Obannon. Oh,
No,
yes, Legato.
No.
The Legato is the ship you're on.
This is Luciana Legato of the
Nope.
Rewind. This is Luciana Delancey of the ship Legato. We received your distress signal. Where are you in the ship? You've mentioned containment. Which level are you on? Do you read me?
Brennan! Go rear of ship! Front of ship! Completely overrun! We're in the upper deck! We can't stay here! There's too many! That's it. Comms go dead.
While all this is going on, like in those chaotic scenes you get in Aliens films, sometimes I'm meanwhile going, what the shit am I looking at? Flicking switches and trying to get a better picture of what it is.
Did he say brain?
Say your thing again, Rachel?
Did he say brain?
Did he?
I think he said brain. Guys, he said something about a brain. I'm slightly worried.
They mentioned that they were in the containment.
He said in the containment lab. Rear end of the ship, upper decks. But he did say they were wanting to move because they were in trouble, so...
Any further attempts at contact will be met with dead air. Mary, looking at the ship, you do go for you flip some switches, you try and get closer to it. Some of the cameras, they can get closer. As you get closer, it still doesn't clear up what the fuck this stuff is. It is without getting samples. This is not Star Trek. You can't be use the scanners. Doesn't work. The camera gets closer, it zooms in. The black stuff almost seems to absorb light. You can see rough bits of movement on the hull of the ship, which is really fucking weird. Because usually, if there was a person, if one of you was in a vacuum, you'd have lights on so people could see you if something happens and you fall off. But you can see movement. You can see like tendrils. And as for the kind of red substance, it looks like some kind of organic matter, but it doesn't make any sense because it's in hard vacuum and it's not frozen. It's not blistering. It's just like goo. It's fucking awful. Actually,
as I see all this, my what the shit is getting more so basically.
I'm also going to say, because you've kind of like started looking at this shit, get yourself a stress dice. What the fuck is that?
Give you a bonus for this.
Are you informing the rest of the crew of what the fuck is that?
Well, I'm saying it out loud while I'm doing it, so yeah.
So it's up to you guys. Are you paying attention?
Unintentionally informing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm paying attention.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're gonna give yourself a stress dice for like that isn't right.
Thanks, Lee.
Shouldn't have paid attention.
I gave you the option, and you're like, yeah, absolutely.
I thought it would have been a good thing.
Nope.
Can I counter that with
If you want
one
to.
of my talents?
You go right ahead.
So I'm going to counter it with counselor. I'm going to use my command skill to reduce the stress level of another character within short range. So pretty much as soon as you get stress, you're going to lose it.
Now, so you've all got one stress. Is there a limit to how often you can do this, or are you going to RP out counselling every single person?
There's no limit from what I can see here, as long as they're within range of me.
Okay.
So I'm going to talk to the room, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll a command.
Say for each success you get, you can.
Didn't get any.
Oh. For each success you
Never
get.
mind.
Is there supposed to be something in those boxes?
Yeah.
A little like a thumbs up. You can push the roll if you want.
Push the roll, just roll again.
Yeah, just
mean
roll again.
to push the rolls again. I forgot.
Push the roll basically. Nope. No sixes. You rolled a bunch of not sixes. That's a shame. Okay, cool. What I will say is, does the feat specify you need to get successes to do this?
Skill to reduce the stress level
Right,
of another
roll the
character within
command
short
skill,
range.
right? Okay.
For
So
each roll, their stress level is reduced by an extra step.
Right, cool. So basically, if you've rolled and got some successes, you can reduce. They give you one per person per success, but you didn't get any successes. So what I'll say is that, just because I'm a nice guy, what you can reduce the stress of one person. Who would you like to be de-stressed?
So I'm going to de-stress the most stressed, and that'll be the roughneck. So
Okay.
I'm going to look at Winters and just be like, calm down. This surely is not your first mission. We just need to get on board and ascertain what has happened.
Tell me one thing, money, please tell me. Bonus?
You will still get your bonus if you set foot on that ship.
Got it.
You just need to calm down, and I'm going to look at the Marines and be like, okay, this is not your first rodeo. We've been in missions like this before. We don't know what we're going to be facing when we get on that ship, so be prepared for anything and be prepared for contact from hostiles.
Ma'am, do we have permission to engage or to destroy any of the black material that seems to be on the ship?
You can use any force necessary. If you think that is hostile, you open fire. No questions. Shoot first, we'll question it later.
I actually should have added this, and I apologise. Mary, you did not know what the black material is. You three do.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
We might
You've
do
encountered that.
What is it?
And Leon can explain it. That's all let Leon say.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Leon, do your thing.
The black goo's what's in the eggs. I remember on the.
It's what the hives are made of. It's like they excrete this kind of weird substance, and they can like somehow they'll put it over things and it'll harden into this. It's like when ants make an ant mound out of dirt.
It's like beeswax.
Effectively, yeah.
Yeah, or when wasps make a husk hive out of wood.
Or like
Ma'am,
when we were watching Alien Resurrection last night and they had that dude and that big cocoon thing. It's that.
It's a beautiful butterfly.
Ma'am, do we have any explosives on the ship currently? It may be what we could do. We could eradicate the nest from our ship by expelling some form of explosive to hit the hull.
We can't risk doing further damage to this ship. If there's any life on board that we can rescue, we don't want to put them at risk. Once we get inside and we've ascertained what the situation is, then yes, we can potentially nuke that ship from orbit. But until then, we need to know what we're facing, and we need to get those people off that ship. Am I making myself clear?
We could take some stuff and just before we leave, if possible, set a detonation off or something. Or set things to blow when we leave, like a sort of bomb thing. With the
We can take
detonation.
explosives to set it from once we've got off that ship, yes.
Yes.
But we need to
I
do
think
this
that's a good
rescue.
idea.
We need to get those people off that ship.
Right.
All right.
Now, what I will throw at you guys is like this is a rescue craft you're on. It does not have like space to space missiles. You can't nuke anything. I will allow there to be a small amount of explosives that you could perhaps put in the engine of a ship to explode it if you chose to do so.
Yeah, that's
But we'll come back to that because that's not a bad idea. And you know what? I don't want to like shut you down just yet because that might because it's now 10 to 9 and we haven't left the fucking starting area yet. So
are we surprised?
nope. As always, I might have overwritten this. Anyway,
I feel that. I've been there.
right. So anyway, so you don't know how much I worry about this kind of thing, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot talking. Anyway,
We're going to fast forward to a montage where we're now getting off the ship and onto the other ship.
yeah, no. This is literally my favourite part of what I wrote. So we're definitely doing the going across the ship's part. So you go over to the autopilot. Beep, beep, boop, boop, boop. Docking procedure is initiated. Your ship slowly peels round, matches speed with the Obannon, drops back. You are a much smaller vessel than the Obannon. And I've wrote a bit for this. As the Legato slows and matches speed with the Obannon, the two ships connect. The emergency docking corridor extends, thick, organic-looking material that will form to fit any docking port. I'll share this with you as well in case my reading's too bad. It has sporadic lights that occasionally flicker then appear to reset. The first green light appears inside the airlock. Coupling complete. The red light appears beside the green. No atmosphere present in external corridor. The computer voice continues. Protective suits required for exiting and entering spacecraft. I'm assuming you've all put on your vac suits, yeah? Not going to try and hold your breath and just jump across?
As soon as I got them, I was like...
Straight in there. I'm reading too!
I'm installing new apps as we speak.
So, you go to the airlock, press the button, opens, the thick airlock closes behind you. They vent all the gas. Get that brief second where the suit kind of kicks on, make sure that you can breathe. It vents all there, so you aren't sucked out or anything, and it opens. You look out. Now imagine this corridor. It's like kind of like shower curtains, except thicker and more expensive looking. Like quite a thick plastic, with a kind of slight organic texture to it. This is just so they can kind of self-repair and things. They're not truly alive or anything. A big flesh tube is what you're going through, if that sounds even worse. Now,
that's imagery we didn't need.
Look, everyone's been through a flesh tube. Come on now.
we have been, to be fair. Anyway, what's the marching order? Who's going first? Who's going first? Who's taking up the rear?
I'll go first.
I'll go second.
I'm going to follow the Marines.
Yeah.
I guess I'm last then.
I'll have
I see the Marines charge to the front. It's like, what are you meant to cover the back? Fuck you! Years of military training. Anyway, okay.
I'll go at the back. Yeah, that makes sense.
Vic,
Yeah.
do it works, man.
These are fine
I've
guys.
got to cover the rear.
Mhm.
Okay.
You know how it is.
Yeah.
I'll miss you.
Okay, so yeah, you move across the corridor now. As these things extend, there's always like a kind of like a rail at the top that you can use to kind of pull yourself along. The suits have effectively like a little rope. You clap it on, and then you just kind of push yourself along the corridor. It's all weightless, so you just move along fairly easily.
Flying.
Effectively, yeah. Now, you hit into the airlock for the Obannon. It's locked.
Could I try and pull out my cutting torch to try and force it open?
You want to cut open? The access panel seems like it's active.
I'll try the
Do we
access
have some
panel.
sort of access codes or something?
You
Boss, do we have any way to get in?
Thank you, Bonnie. I will tell you two things. There's an access panel, so you can absolutely use the equipment that you would always have on you, especially anyone that's good at Comtech. It's effectively got like a tablet that can hack this shit. Access codes are also a thing. If, for example, a company exec has got some high-level access codes, cutting torches are all these are viable ideas. It just depends on what you guys want to do.
I will grab Winners nearby, and I will kind of shove her nearby the console, and I'll point towards it.
We have radios.
Open.
Switch your radio on.
Hello?
It comes out so loud when he does it.
Anyone hear
That's
me?
much better.
I can't hear you.
Don't worry,
Hello?
don't worry.
I take it you want me to open the door.
Could you open the door for me, please?
Yes, it's my
Are
radio.
you opening the door?
This continues for a few moments, and then you work out how to like make it work properly. Mary, you are adept at this kind of thing. You can either do a Comtech roll or you can do a heavy machinery roll. You know how to fucking. You can pull the fucking panel off and get the switches behind. You know what you're doing. How would you like to go about this?
I think Comtech would make more sense right now.
Absolutely. So yeah, first way, soft way. You don't want to don't want to break anyone's computer, ripping things apart. So go ahead. Oh, you get some fucking successes. Oh, I forgot how hard this game is at 16. You got one success.
There we go.
Hey. Now
So,
she's
yeah.
got 2 successes.
She did.
One
Oh,
was
your
yellow.
panic roll was a success as well. That was lucky. So
Now,
yeah.
that's on lower decks.
So you pull out your tablet, you hook it into the back bits. You recognise this stuff. This is all standard company fare. For like a ship like this, you'd think they'd have tried a bit harder. But like, also, it's an airlock. Not many people try and sneak in airlocks because of the difficulty of getting to these things.
And also
yeah.
often being dead outside.
Yeah, that would cause a real issue. Like, sneaking up to a spaceship and then jumping on. Not easy. There tends to be guards when they're docked as well. So that's fine. So as you're beeping, everybody give me an observation roll, except you, Mary, because you're beeping.
Yeah, 'cause I'm busy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got
You're making it look
2
hard.
successes.
Nice.
I got nothing.
You ain't got shit, okay?
I
How's
got
this?
nothing.
Okay, you are intently kind of watching over Winter Shoulder.
Oh. Hang on.
Hey.
I've got an upgrade.
Wait a
Team just
second.
got buffed.
She just becomes so sexy in that moment. But Rach, you are doing your job. You're watching you're taking this seriously. Xenos, these things are dangerous. You can't hear anything in space because of the reasons we all know. But you can feel things in space. You can feel vibration. You can feel like, imagine if you had your hand on something and you felt something very, very heavy hit metal a distance away. And it's getting closer.
Something's
And
coming, guys. Hurry up. Get in.
as you say that, the door starts to move. A massive vape flies from the ship, smashes into the skin tube, and seems to tear it. You can see kind of flashes of like a meaty, veiny, kind of ripped apart piece of flesh with sharp things from it, and a black creature. Anyone that's seen xenomorphs before recognise the black creature. Anyone that's not, Mary, who doesn't recognise these things, and I'm going to say Lucille, who's never seen these things up close, and not only take a stress dice, tearing at each other, but also trapped it, so you're just getting flashes and imagery. You see a spray of green blood, you assume, fly off into space, freezing instantly. You see a kind of spray of red. You can't hear a thing, but you can feel that the tube is being ripped apart. The lock opens enough for you to squeeze through what he's doing.
Are these two? So there's two creatures and they're fighting each other.
As far as you can tell, mate.
I try and usher everybody in, and I stay behind to make sure I'm the last one.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye
He's
on
just
them
shoving
both.
you. Like, get the fuck in there!
I think I would not be resisting if I've actually caught sight of this thing.
Well, I am not resisting either. I am just getting through there, like pushing my way through.
I will push the Luciana in first, and then I'll make sure Winter gets in, and then I'll try and get Vicky to go in before I do.
I might have gone first in that case, and then had them come in after me. So it was one of each of us on the side.
All right,
Not worry so much, right? Just for the sake of expediency here, Rachel, you grab Luciana and just basically throw her in. You just put your foot on Winter's back and just push them straight in. You spin round. Are you doing anything?
I'm trying to close the door behind me.
Right, you go in. Winters, you've already got the door, and it starts to close. Never realised how slow these things go before. Like in the past, you'd never really give this a second thought, but in this moment, you're like, man, is there like a go fast on this? There isn't.
Fast forward button.
You can see
the lift close button.
The tube itself is wrapping up more and more. You can hear the scream of kind of metal. You can feel it more than hear it getting torn off. And then the whatever's wrapped up in there, you can still see movement, but they're spinning off now away from the ships, to God knows where. But now you can all hear it. Something else is coming. The door goes to almost shut. Just as it goes to shut, though, a face, a torn apart human face, pushes through the doorway, looks directly at you, says, "Help me! I can feel everything! It hurts so much! Please do something!"
I pull out my pistol and shoot it.
No, it's not finished yet, guys. This is all happening at once. Do your thing, right? Two both arms come in, bone spears and come through, waving, trying to get to you. Oh, take a fucking stress dice. Now who wants to pull a gun?
Oh, I'm pulling a gun.
Oh yeah, I've already got my gun out.
Do we all take a stress dice from that?
Stress dice, is that a panic?
A human face. Yeah, that's a panic roll. A human face has just came through a door in space and is screaming at you. And that doesn't seem right. The door is still closing. As the door closes, it catches the head and the arms. And are you shooting or are you letting this happen?
Oh, I'm shooting it.
I'll shoot it with my rifle.
Okay, cool.
The hand specifically.
What I'm trying to clarify is how many people are pulling their gun and shooting at this?
I pulled my gun, but I realised the Marines are shooting, so I'm not
skittering back.
Mary's doing what I think a person would do. The Marines make sense to me. Fuck! And you shoot it. One goes in one eye. One tears off part of the jaw. It's still screaming.
I got one success.
I'm gonna kick it out the door.
You don't need successes, guys. It is a head trapped on a door. Right?
Okay.
Like, you ain't missing this thing.
I'm gonna kick
guys. That's cool. Let me just tell you what happens instead. Again, this is a cinematic moment, guys. Don't worry. The head just stretches and stretches and just crushes. Kind of part of the face goes in. You kind of stomp on the face just to make sure it's real dead. The kind of bone spears kind of like fall to the ground. You can hear the on the outside of the door. Yeah.
Over comms, I'll say, How strong is are these doors?
Real fucking strong.
So there's at least an 11 rated on the standard scale.
Let's
Supposed
Your
to
cannon.
gone
Someone
into,
write that down somewhere.
gone into auto mode because I'm like, holy fuck!
that's canon now.
Mm.
All right, everybody in.
It's real.
Let's keep
It's rated
moving.
7 noodle dogs. A computer voice crackles through the speaker. Emergency
7
closer.
noodle dog rated.
Yeah. A computer voice will crackle through the speaker. Emergency closer complete. A repair ticket has been sent to appropriate personnel. Mary, on your tablet, a ticket comes up. Repair emergency airlocks, rear deck. This repair will require captain's clearance. Remember that, guys. This repair is going to require captain's clearance. It also gives you directions of tools if you don't have any on you, and they'll say it says an appropriate officer. It didn't say specifically captains, but an officer will need to sign off on the repairs.
Does my clearance as company agent and all access clearance allow for that authorization?
You can certainly try.
Ma'am,
What do I roll for that?
I think you should assign the captain's role to one of us. It can be yourself, of course, ma'am, but it's just for
You would need access to the ship's mainframe to update these access codes.
Yeah.
They'll bypass some things. Don't bypass everything.
What would I
Boss,
roll to
that's
check
you.
this?
See your thing again, Barry?
What would I roll to check this?
What is your? Let's see what your skills are.
Command, maybe?
Survive. I'll go with your content. You don't have to do a roll for this. You're smart. You know what you're doing. Yeah, you can definitely override these captain's codes. In normal circumstances, this is a Black Ops ship. You might need to get to like a command deck or some kind of command position. You're certainly not going to be able to override this kind of thing from like the backside of the ship. That would make things a bit too easy to get through. But yeah, you can certainly update the protocols to be yourself, just not from here.
Okay. We need to find the main deck of the ship to get this authorization put through.
All right. Would we know the layout of the ship, like vaguely, or not at all?
Funny you should mention that, Rachel. You know roughly the layout of these ships. Now, are you guys on the Roll20, aye?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, let me just see what's happening here. I need to... no, that's right. It's the new layout, so I can never fucking see it. Just for the sake of experience here, what we'll say is, yeah, Rachel, what you know is you're at the back of the ship. These ships, they're military grade. They're always well signposted, and the reason for that is so that grunts can get around quite easily. This side, this will be engines. You move up, there'll probably be cargo holds. In front of that will be like security decks, and at the very front would be like additional storage for maybe more exotic goods or things that you don't want to lose track of.
Okay.
But that's fine.
Is there any signs for the containment area?
Well, at the moment you're in an airlock. The airlock just says all access this way. You've got a closed airlock door directly in front of you. You're going to need to open that before you go any further.
Yeah, let's go.
Cool. So, let me see if I can get this right now.
Do we know if there's pressure beyond the airlock? Do we have atmosphere?
As the door closed, atmosphere did start getting pumped back into the room. Partially why you could hear the thing screaming was because it was either producing oxygen or there was already oxygen in here, and it didn't.
Right.
It's been pumping through it enough that you could hear that. So imagine it was all like whistling and screaming at the same time. Whatever makes it scarier for you is.
Very dramatic. Lights going off, everything.
Yeah, it was awful.
Poor cable management everywhere.
Yeah, cool one.
Yes.
Just absolutely appalling.
Should we get winners to open this airlock as well?
Yes.
Now, you've already worked at the codes, Mary. You absolutely can do this. Now, can I ask, when you look at Roll20, is it just a blank screen right now?
No, I can see the.
No, it's got like some sort of map on it or something.
map of a ship now.
Right. Are you guys? Can you see this bit down here?
I can see
bottom
that.
left-hand corner. This is
Yeah.
where you
Yes.
came in from.
Okay.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay.
So that is where you are.
Okay.
Good stuff.
Gotcha.
Cool. So that's fine. Now I'm going to show you something that says the airlock of the Obannon, and this is just to give you an idea. Now the picture you see is not exactly what it looks like, but that's to give you an idea of what's going on. Okay. Now, for the viewers at home who can't see this shit, so I've done that bit. As you open the door, the airlock itself is a mass of massive flesh and pulsating organic matter. It's fucking everywhere. You don't have to get more stressed because you've seen some crazy shit already. This is not like alien hive. Alien hives are insect-like, black, hard, and like they've got that kind of weird goo all over them. This looks like if you were in some kind of cancerous organ. This is fucking weird. The floor is squelchy, the floor is pulsating, and randomly on bits of the walls you can see things that just shouldn't be. It's like almost like faces or like humanoid kind of organs and things. Something is growing here.
I do not like this.
Is there any of the red organic substance that was on the hull inside this room here?
This kind of shares a lot of characteristics with it. The stuff that's out in space looks harder. Like it's more maybe been designed to like exist in the vacuum. This looks more easy to burst. Looks
Squishy.
gooier. Looks squishier. Just
Much
so much
softer
work.
to sit on.
Yeah. Like if you're going to make a couch, you should make it out of this stuff as opposed to the stuff outside. But also, you definitely shouldn't make a couch out of this.
Nope.
You do see some stuff scraped and odd patches of the wall where there's no organic goo. You do see some things. There's some things that have been spray painted or written in liquid, brown, ready liquid. Let me say. Let me just make sure I've got this right. Oh no, sorry, I forgot I wrote a really creepy thing for this instead. So as you are walking the corridor, you see a partially submerged human hanging just out the wall, like half the face is gone, arm can out, but the arm's like kind of like rotted away, like parts of the skeletons. The eyes open and it's looking at you, mouth kind of out.
I'll bring out my incinerator just
Wait
in
a
case.
second.
Yeah.
Can this
Okay.
thing hear us?
You asking me or are you asking the creature?
The
creature.
You.
I don't know. When you speak to it, find out.
Okay, fair enough. Are you still alive or just kind of like dead, sort of hanging on? Do you understand?
Yes.
How long have you been like this?
Forever.
Forever. Oh boy.
What
How can we help?
what happened to you, buddy?
Me. It looks at you kind of again, parts of it just like falling off and that, like half submerged, like the bone you can kind of see under parts of it.
I'm standing behind the Marines retching
Yeah.
just because the smell and the sight is just making me gag.
Yeah. It is like it's like a burst colon, like speaking of this thing. This song so loud. It's drowning her out.
I'm
Sound
gonna
itself and it starts to scream.
put it out of its misery. Shot.
Cool. Shoots her head. It looks back up at you. Hey! Starts pumping out.
See,
Oh,
this
so it's
is
still
where you need
alive?
to get it on the floor and stomp it and go, ha! Like you're doing it.
As you do that, tendrils start coming out of the like little tendrils start coming out of where you shot it in the head. Hey, you shit. Hey. Arm shoots out,
I'm
rips out of the
gonna
flesh. Big
Everyone look
bony spear.
alive!
burn. I'm burning
Burn,
this
burn,
man.
burn. Okay.
Holding my cutting torch in front of me.
I am going to stand behind Winters, using her as a human shield without actually making her aware that she's
I'm
been used as a
tempting
human
to stand
shield.
behind you at the same time.
Just
Just spinning gently.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand in front of both of them.
Okay. Here's what happens then, guys. Okay. As you're doing that, You pull up the center, and you start to, large, thick tentacles sprout out of the neck, ripping the head off. The head then jumps directly at you, Leon, because you're the one that tried to set fire to it.
Would I be able to burn
no,
it first? At least with the hat out already.
Let the horror happen, okay?
Yeah.
Right? You made your choice. You attacked it. Right? Now deal with the thing that happens. Don't worry, mate. You'll be absolutely fine.
The
Probably.
rest of us are fucked, though.
Right? Oh yes. Right. So you're like, you're doing it. You did not expect this because it looked like it was nailed. It looked like it couldn't move. You did not expect tentacles to shoot out of its neck and to fling it across the room at you. So it goes up and it's just going to go for what's called the deadly grapple.
I don't like
It's
I don't like the first word or
I thought
the
we were
second.
just overconfidently naming it.
yeah, that's what it is, man. It was really overconfidently done. Okay,
It's like overly ambitious WWE move.
it goes. The tentacles wrapped around you, and you see these razor bone, like they dig straight into the soft points of the armor. This armor is good, but every armor needs mobility. You can't just have like armor everywhere. It hits straight into the kind of hardened, like polymer, whatever the fuck it'd be, in the neck. You feel it. You need to get this thing off you. You take your finger off the trigger. Give me a close combat roll. You need to score 1 or higher to get this thing off you.
All right.
If that doesn't happen, can I stab it?
Oh
You
no,
you got a 1 on the panic roll.
that's bad.
Okay, so as I said, here's
I'm
that flamer.
panicking.
So see that incinerator that he was blasting with? He spins round with the trying to get the thing off him. Can everybody give me a mobility roll, please?
Oh,
Damn.
good God. Right,
DK, what were you doing?
Holy shit!
Vicky.
mobility.
3 successes. Oh, and then
Oh,
1 panic. Oh, no, sorry.
did I get a
1 panic,
success?
3 successes. What
Right.
does the
It's
panic
okay,
do?
Rach. The panic is cancelled out by the successes. You're fine.
Gotcha.
Right. That might not always be the case, but I think 2 successes. You're in that instance. I'll let that one slide.
So I
Mobility
got
roll
3 successes.
winners.
I did awesome.
As you're doing your dance with Luciana, try to see who gets to stay at the back. Luciana comes out on top. And she spins around you and just shoves you forward. And you take the full blast of this. Remove 1 armor point from your armor overall, please.
Okay. Oh God, where is it?
Right,
Please, can I
just
try and shoot or
Incinerator.
stab the
don't worry, guys. We'll come back to what's happening in a second. I just need to make sure Miri's very aware that she's almost that she's lost an armor point.
Is it a normal
where's the armor
incinerator
point?
shot?
See right above, see right below where it says like wits and all that kind of stuff. It'll be right above where your weapons are. There'll be a section that says armor. It should be at 4.
Hang on. I've lost my own wits now.
Okay, so it's empathy. Directly below empathy is manipulation, and then slightly to the left is armor.
Oh, there it is. I see it. It's right there.
Yeah.
Okay, take point off.
Right where we left it.
There we go.
So that's it. You have lost 1 armor point. Now, should anyone
Right.
ever reviews this, what I did was I basically gave them temp XP on top of their XP, and once there's their armor points. And when their armor goes to 0, things go real bad, because then it's their body that's got to take the damage. Anyway.
So is it just like
yeah, the flames hit you and you're fucking slamming it out, you're hitting the armor, you can feel parts of the ceramic plate heating up and kind of morphing and cracking a little bit. But these are hardy suits, and you're a hardy person. You stop, drop, and roll, you get it out. You're not, this isn't your first rodeo, you've been involved in accidents before. Rach, you managed to get out of the way successfully. You can give me
I'm also gonna grab the boss and
you get like she's moving away, you grab her and you fling her out the way. Give me your close combat roll to get this thing off your friend.
Is Winners on fire right now?
2 successes.
Right,
both my panic rolls actually.
That's fine. The panic rolls are still successes. They're just real bad if they're ones. Winters is dealing with the flames herself. You are still dealing with the fucking octopus that's trying to stab you to death. As you're like, fuck!
That's
then
fair.
your friend just goes in and grabs with a kind of powered fist, just grabs its little head and just smashes it into the ground. And it's real dead.
Yeah, just like DK, you gotta be more careful, mate. Come on.
I thought I was. If I see one of those things again, I'm gonna incinerate it right away. I'm gonna
just
run
shoot
over
the
to
fucker.
over to Winners to try and like put out the fire, try and help her anywhere I can.
I'm fine. Just stop fussing. Just
As this is happening, flap above you open, and out crashes a body. Logan, would you like to introduce yourself?
And
Bam!
Crash was like, what the fuck
And-
has happened here?
quick, kill him with fire.
You
Yeah.
see the 17-year-old face
10-year-old.
of a child.
Oh,
As he comes crashing out, he looks up, and you see another face at the vent he just came crashing through. It is something you have never seen before. It's kind of like the head thing, but not quite, and it screams at you, and then runs off.
I'll try and light it on fire.
You're like this fire thing. You shoot fire at the vent, but the creature has already gone.
gone. Okay.
But you can hear the of it going through the venting system.
I lean
you-
down.
Can I shoot the vent system as it's running and see if I can get a shot?
Do you want to open fire on the venting system in a spaceship in space?
Yes.
I'll
You as a
try and
trained
No.
marine, are you
I
sure
won't.
you'll
I won't.
do it?
I won't.
Okay.
If she tries that, I am going to slap her through her
No, I
spaceship
won't do it.
and call her an idiot.
Look, I'm cool when you
Sometimes
do
I
these things.
think things just look cool, and then I'm like, yeah, that shouldn't happen.
It's all
I'm
right,
also going to
Vicky.
say is
Let it
that
go.
ammo is not a thing in this game until it's thematically appropriate.
Yeah.
So
It's a
if you're
thing.
gonna, it's not going to affect you unless you start like shooting constantly. Then it's something like you're running out of ammo.
I will.
See the little counter going
Gotcha.
down.
I'll like kneel down with one arm to try and help this kid
Oh.
up.
I just dust myself off and stand up myself. It's like, I'm alright up.
Stand back up.
Did
You
you want to say
alright,
it this
kid?
kind of time?
I mean, thanks for that. Well, do I know what that exactly is? What came through the vent? Do I know any
Those are the
knowledge
fucking
of it?
things that you've been dealing with for the last 3 weeks, and no matter where you go, these things keep fucking turning up. You're pretty sure it's something to do with that big fucking stone thing that he's found, but you don't know. Did you read your backstory?
I didn't get a backstory.
Yes, you did, mate. It's the bit that says, it's the one. See the one that says Logan's character's past.
No. Wait, what?
Yeah, man.
This happens every time. Every
PC
single time.
Dreams.
I absolutely love it.
PC
I
streams.
didn't see that.
You didn't read that, okay.
Read it,
Earlier
No,
on,
Willie.
I didn't read that. I'm dyslexic. It'll take me like 2 days to read that.
We interrupt this message to give you a quick advertisement for Wheeling Enterprises.
Whalen Yutani welcomes you. Please sign up.
Noodle dogs.
I'm Wheeling, and I just want to tell you that I appreciate all the you do for my company.
Right.
Every worker in here is part of a family.
All
I'll
you know,
wing it.
Logan, is that no matter where you go, you keep hearing people talk about the song, you keep hearing people talk about the whispers, and you can't hear shit, and you don't know why.
Right.
But we'll maybe explore that as it goes on. But yeah, you can tell. Yeah, but make some shit up, mate. What have you been doing? You've been running for these monsters for the last few days after you got rescued from the ship you were on, which you can give away the name of if you really want to. Because it's not obvious to everyone who's playing the game yet.
I'm just like, where has anyone been? I've been in this ship for days and days, and no one's been here.
Oh well, we ain't part of the ship
Just got
there.
called, yeah.
Luciana, do you wanna maybe help this kid? He doesn't seem to know what's going on.
Kid.
Asvilla. Asvilla.
Abdullah. Okay. Where have you come from? Were you a member of this crew?
Pretty much. I would say I was like, oh my god, why my
You
brain
were
went to
rescued,
shambles.
mate. You were rescued.
Insight check.
I thought there's a bad. Did I not have a parent on the ship? Was that not a thing?
I don't think so.
This
Hold on.
child has amnesia. It's clear.
I was rescued.
Yeah,
By
it's literally
good
the
people.
first line of the story I gave you. You ended up here after what happened on the ship you were on. Like,
Oh wait, have you known that ship?
no, you're on the Obannon. Right?
Have you listened to a word that's been
Do not.
happening?
No, I'm not.
Don't worry, kid. You obviously had a major head injury, and it'll come back to you in waves. Don't worry.
Yeah. Right, Logan, you were rescued from the ship, the Ishimura.
Wait, but how was I rescued if I'm on this ship and I just fell through
You were
the vents?
rescued from that ship and brought to this ship, and now the
So
ship's gone to
this,
shit.
right, I get you now. I was rescued by my other ship. This ship we're on the now.
Yeah. It's all
And what
So-
good.
happened to your ship and this ship?
Pretty much the same thing. Can I say that? What's that? But the
Remember,
upkeep.
you're a 17-year-old, so you really wouldn't have been privy to what happens. All you know is
Tell
you're
I'm
going about your
10.
business and then shit happens. You're not 10!
I was playing, I was playing with my toy cars next to me.
He is clearly
People were
infected.
saying whistles.
Did you come over?
And also-
Did you come over? Just you, or other people?
It was basically a moment. No one really cared about me, so
It's clearly infected. Sorry, I'm just laughing at the chat. They're like, just kill him. Kill him. All the chat's like, nope.
What's Callum doing?
Oh, dear.
Rachel, kill
fuck
Logan.
you then.
Why are they telling me to kill him?
You bastard.
Oh, good
Guys, I
God.
can't kill him. Not yet. He's just got here.
He's
Right.
just got here. He obviously is had.
And he's a 10-year-old.
He's been
17!
He's
Logan said
he's
he's
been
10.
he's been
Okay.
traumatized, and we need
Poor
to.
kid.
Kid, you can stay with us. Maybe
You
you'll
got a weapon.
might know your way around the ship a little bit more than we can.
I have a taser that kind of works.
Fucking, don't spunk your load, man. Just say yes. Just say, yeah, I've got a weapon.
I'm trying to be useful for this team here.
Okay. Get your
Okay.
weapon out. Have it ready.
I will tell you what you see, right, is you see a kid, he does appear to have some weapons hanging from his, like, in a holster and one hanging from his belt. He's also in a cobbled together evac suit. This is the kind of thing that Mary would be more familiar with, like maybe 3 different evac suits that have been kind of like welded together. Because they wouldn't actually fit his 10-year-old body, so I guess they had to make them smaller.
I might be a big 10-year-old, maybe a big fat one. You don't know.
Well, you tell me, are you a big fat Wayne? You've been crawling
I'm
about
a big
vents
fat
for
cunt.
weeks, but somehow you
Kid.
managed to eat lots of pies.
Kid, you
You'd be stuck in the fucking vent.
I'll point to your I'll point to your gun, and I'll say you know to use that thing.
I've been here for a good couple of days, surviving on my own. I think I know how to use it.
I haven't known anybody, let alone a kid, that's able to go up against things like that.
Looks like a strong kid.
Yeah, or something's not quite right with this kid here. What's but to survive one, that's a streak of luck, but to survive 2 crashes
Do you
under
think he's
mysterious
not human?
circumstances. All I'm saying is it doesn't quite add up.
Look,
Kid,
Otherwise,
what colour's your
What,
blood?
what's your
Like,
what's,
just
what's your
everyone,
questions?
kid, where are the other survivors?
No,
I
we don't want to
know,
know that.
probably dead or I don't know.
If they're dead, they're not survivors. The ones that are alive,
Yeah.
not
To be
that,
honest-
not like that.
To be honest, we're all split up. I have no idea where anyone is.
Logan, you know that the only other humans you've seen Ethnov is the ones upstairs, and you've been avoiding them because they've been acting real weird.
But yeah, there's like guys singing or whispering or some weird stuff that's going upstairs. I'm like, I'm not into that freaky shit, so I'm going to go on one.
what's this thing
So
about a
this-
song?
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm going to take charge at this point and I'm just going to ask him, do you know how to get to the main deck?
Yeah. Is there no like a mad, what do you call it? Pass? Key
You
thing?
guys are here. The main deck you would get to from here.
Yeah.
There is a big ass room here. There are some closed doors here, and then
There's a lot of hearsay. I'm not even looking at the map.
Basically,
Yeah.
see if you get to the other side of the ship. Big
Other
room,
side,
little
okay.
room,
Yeah.
elevator.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
So we've got to
Okay.
get the elevator.
All right.
Okay. First,
Okay.
we need to get to the main deck. From there, we can regroup, sort out a plan, and then go after the survivors. But we need to get to the main deck first to get into the systems and find out where we stand with what is living on this ship. If I can get to the main control panel on the captain's deck, then I can hack into the system and try and reboot some of the power on the dead sections of the ship to see where we stand with the Xeno scum.
Scum. Cool. So
I
as
like
you are
that.
walking, are you moving into the cargo bay area?
Yes.
I'll give you two options. You've got cargo bay area, or you've got the other side of the ship. So you're currently here. You can either head what looks like to be north or east. East is the
I think
cargo
we
bay
should go
area.
east.
Whatever way Luciana's wanting us to go.
Whichever way the plot is. Okay, got you.
Do I have any acknowledgement on what's ever happening in those two areas that could be useful information for them?
You have been sticking and moving. You are currently jacked out your tits on Never Sleep. You have just been keeping awake, going somewhere where it's quiet, holding up, and as soon as you hear anything coming, you sneak out. One of the good things about being a kid in the Alien universe is basically you can go without notice. So like you just fucking hide. You just find small places to hide. You be real quiet. And when that doesn't work, you fucking leg it. And because you're a little skinny kid, you can fucking get into places people can't get to. And your 10-year-old body, apparently, which is going to make me really sad when we kill you.
Whatever
Okay.
order we're going now, I'll stick with the kid to make sure he's all right.
Okay, so the
You
kid
go
goes at
up
the
front,
front like
I'll
a
go
meat
at the
shield.
back again.
Okay, cool. So you
okay.
move forward. As you approach the cargo bay doors, as of course they're closed. There is a panel that allows you to open the door if you wish to. It does not appear to be locked.
I'm going to march up to the panel and hit the button.
Cool.
And stand ready with my pistol to see what's on the other side.
Okay, I put that up in roll 20 for you.
Oh, wow, that's descriptive.
Yeah. As you enter the cargo hold, you see piles of gore, viscera, and bodies stacked around the area. There's a large monolith in the middle of the room twisted into 4 separate points. Red pulses like veins. You feel an oppressive hum from the monolith. The structure is encased in some kind of mechanism with a control panel at its base. At the moment, there doesn't appear to be any, even from like creatures, other than some kind of tendrils and tentacles hanging from the wall that are kind of like slowly moving or pulsing.
Fucking tentacles.
There's an advert.
Okay.
Oh, no, the advert's just finished.
No, it's not an advert at all.
Ad break ends in 5 seconds, bitches.
Okay.
Corn the corn is their space corn. That's very funny as well. Okay, now, Rach.
Yes.
Do you that marker feels nice? Feels right. It's like warm, like being welcomed home. The rest of you don't feel too good. Like the kind of the thrum that's coming off it. It's almost like having like being sick and having indigestion at the same time. You can feel it like behind your eyes and in your head. It hurts.
I'm going to
Like staring
sort of
at a
lower my
blank.
gun. Can I walk up to it?
Can approach it, of course you can.
Marine, what are you doing?
Can I stay with her?
Don't pay attention to her.
Hey,
Marine, get back here now. That's an order.
hey, Vicky, we should probably stay back from this thing, hey? And I'll put my hand on her shoulder.
I will give you an opposed manipulate roll or command roll, depending on how you want to do this.
You might be better at that than I would, Luciana.
Yeah, she's not really listening to you. She's kind of more like she's walking up to this thing.
I'm just observing what's happening here.
Okay,
Can I give them a warning by any chance with a thing?
we'll
Or
come back to that second. Hey, Alex. You know, okay, that was.
Oh,
I mean, like, you've hold on a second. You've knocked my headphones
you
out.
know, not shoot there.
Hold on.
Say what, Logan?
You know, we're not coming there.
Right here, come here. Love you, man. Good night. Love you.
Good night,
Where were
these kids.
close the fucking door. Right. So, sorry. We'll come back to you in a second, Logan. Leon,
Yes.
you hear a whisper in your mind as your friend's approaching it, kind of like gun lowered, like almost like raising their hand. You see the corporal kind of like, "Get back here, soldier!" You hear something much more commanding in your mind. It hurts me. That was eject the marker. It hurts me. There's voice.
Where is it coming from? I'm gonna look around.
It came from inside your head. Like it bypassed your ears and you just heard your mother's voice in your mind telling you to get rid of the marker. She didn't say
I'll-
the marker though, she said get rid of it. Get rid of it, it hurts me.
I go to the monolith. Is it in the picture? It was encased. Am I right in saying that? Is it
We'll come back to you in a second then. Logan, now you say you're trying to shout a warning, yeah?
Aye, like, is there anything like, would I know about this? Well, I
You
guess I
knew
would
that's
know,
what
wouldn't I?
you found on the planet. Because you remember, you didn't see it, but you heard the talk. Like, your parents talk, other kids talk. They found some weird thing on the planet. They brought it back up. And then in the coming days and weeks, people started acting crazy. They couldn't sleep. They couldn't eat.
Mhm.
They kept, like, people were going and sitting around it. Everyone. The only person that wasn't affected was you. Some people held out much longer.
Aye.
But, whatever you want to verbalize that, you can do that.
I liked her going like various characters like Miss Boss Woman. That thing people keep talking about, by the way, like they all keep going a bit loopy, you know.
Marines, get back now, and I'm going to put my gun up.
I keep
Yep.
walking towards it until I get there.
Right.
Okay. When the gun's not working, I'm going to pull out my shock baton that I've got hidden in my boot. Because I have concealed weapon, and I'm going to pull out my shock baton and just go up to them and just jab it in the fleshy part of their neck.
Well, they do have their armor on, so before we go as far as that, which I'm going to let happen because it's funny, Rach, you
Yeah.
get up. There's a containment field around this. That is the box you could see it in. That is fucking more advanced than you. Shields do not exist in this universe. That is not a thing. But it's a thing right in front of you. Like you
Gonna
touch
put
it,
my
and
hand on it.
you put
Yeah.
your hand on it. Like your hand's being pushed back. It's not hot. It doesn't hurt. There's not a shock to it, but it is some kind of containment. And you see a large panel that's got some blinking lights in it. It's also been damaged pretty severely. It looks like somebody's damaged it specifically in a way to stop it being deactivated. From what you can tell, but without further investigation, you wouldn't know. At this point, you
Would
feel
that
a
usually
shock.
be around it, or is that sort of being put around it to stop it from doing something?
We'll come back to that because at that point, you feel something heavy hit the back of your neck and it shocks you too. I'm not going to take a hit point damage this because it's on the lowest setting, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay. And
I'm just trying to jolt them. I'm not trying to kill them at this stage.
Right. So you hear us bang, and then you come to, and it's like the feeling's still there, but you realize who you are and who you're with and what's happening. How would you react to that? Right. You can still ask your question, or you can respond to what she's just done to you.
I'm gonna whip round and point my gun at her, not knowing it's her at first, and then being, "Oh shit, sorry, boss."
Marine, what the hell was that? Get back from that thing now.
It just feels natural. Don't you feel it?
Feel what? Are you crazy? We don't know what this thing is, and you're running up to try and touch it?
Yeah, Vic.
Well, it's
Snap out of it.
like home, isn't it? It's
No.
the sensation. It's like
You need to take a step back, Marine. Now.
it's calming.
I don't care
Best I've
what
felt
it
in
is
a
to
long
you.
while,
Step back
actually.
now. That is an order.
In that moment, the training kicks in, and you think that you maybe need
I
to
will
take.
step back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leon,
Yes,
as
boss.
you've approached and you've heard the sibilant whisper in your mind, you look and you recognise that control panel has been deliberately sabotaged in a way to stop anyone doing anything with this at the moment. They've tried to keep it contained. Somebody's tried to keep it contained.
Winners, you mind helping me with this?
Winters, what have you been doing the whole time?
I've been watching this weird effect that's been going on
Mm-hmm.
and just like taking it in how people are acting. So I'm sort of surprised by suddenly being asked a question.
I'll kind of almost gonna shout out, winners! I need your
Yeah.
assistance here.
Right. What is it? What do you need?
This panel's been damaged, and I'm not the best of fixing these kind of things. You able to fix it or turn off whenever that
I'm like
containment
looking at the
field is?
panel. I'm looking at him. I'm looking at the weird thing. I'm looking at Rachel's character. I'm like, do we want to fix it?
Well, I want it to be. I don't want it to be. I think that whoever's been causing problems on this ship has something to do with this obelisk here, and I think it needs to be destroyed. I think that's
Rachel, he just said it needs to be destroyed.
Yeah, I was just about to say, would that not? That's bad feeling.
The second he said it needed to be destroyed, you felt like icy water down the back of your neck. Like
Yeah.
he's just trying to attack your family. Like
Do
your
not
friend.
touch it. Would it be the kind of thing that I would like? Defenses like I would get my gun, or is that like
Well,
too much?
He is your friend of. He
Yeah.
saved your life. You've saved his life. Your friend is making a terrible mistake. But would you kill your friend for making a mistake?
No,
He's not
that's
done
what
anything yet.
I'm thinking. Yeah. We can't kill it. Trust me. You trust me, right?
I don't know what's going on, but
Me either, but we shouldn't kill it. Doesn't feel right.
We need to get out of this room now. Step away from that object, touch nothing. We continue to the bridge. Move.
Ma'am, I think we should destroy this thing. I think it's imperative that we do this.
I will grab a hold of DK. Do not destroy it, please.
Ma'am, this thing seems to have an effect on my partner here, and I think it's I would like your permission to destroy this thing. And I'll not be looking at Vicky this point. I'm just gonna be looking at Luciana.
But didn't you have the dreams?
Look, I don't know about dreams you've been having, but they've been different from mine.
More and more,
You
I'm going.
haven't
Maybe I
been
should
having
fix
the
this panel.
dreams?
We're usually pretty in sync, Vicky, but not on this one.
I know you're not supposed to have dreams while we're in those things, but did you not have any sort of dream?
I'll turn back to Luciana. Ma'am, this is what I've been saying.
Right.
If we don't have an adequate amount of time to prepare before going to a meeting like this is what happens. So just she's obviously my friend has had some bad effects from the
I am
stasis.
going to shut this shit right down now. Marine, you are paid to be here and you are paid to take orders. I am telling you all, we need to move to the bridge now. Once we get there, I can get into the comms and ascertain what has happened with this ship and what the hell that thing is. But until we know what the hell that thing is and what the hell is going on here, we touch nothing. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, boss.
Yes, ma'am.
Backing off
Let's
everyone. Just
move out.
Right, got it.
Now,
I will do as I'm
before
told.
any of you go anywhere, give me. We'll talk an observation roll.
Okay.
Oh god,
Now, this is absorbing the situation and all that. Okay.
Observation.
Nothing.
Okay. Winters,
Oh,
damn,
Winters
Mary
done
did
well,
good.
and observation.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Winters, sorry, Mary and Vary. You could destroy this thing even if you wanted to. Like, what information you can get up in the panel? This is made of fucking things that you have never heard of. Like, And to destroy it, you'd need to shut the field off. And from what you can tell, the field is there for a reason. People don't put up fields that you have fucking bleeding edge technology that you have never heard of. They'll put that around big stone things for fun. The only way you can think of to get rid of this is if you blew out the cargo bay doors. And based on your observation there, they ain't working. They've been deliberately sabotaged as well. Almost like somebody doesn't want you to do that. There's very little you can do in here. You could maybe fix this control panel and maybe deactivate it. But who knows what happened next. I will also tell you, Mary, to the south of you, there's a room that did flash up on your pad, saying that is where the tools and equipment to repair, to facilitate the repairs you need to do, are stored.
Okay. But we still need the clearance.
You will still need the clearance even if you have the repair tools, yes, but that would be access to the things you need.
Well, the tool shop is this way if anyone wants to accompany me to help against the flesh zombies.
Yep, I've got you. And I'll
Okay.
go with you.
I'll stay next to the kid again and just head on.
So Vary, Logan, and Leon are kind of staying in there, just like surveying the area, and used to nip down there. For the sake of expediency, I will tell you what is in the room. It's been ransacked. Somebody's taken most of the repair equipment. It looks like people have pointedly taken things that would be used for common repairs. You go through it, you check the logs. Maybe a name flashes up against who's taken all the stuff. Medical Officer Brennan's codes were used to remove the parts several days ago. And a ticket is issued to the manufacturing bay for replacement parts. So that's what happens when you go there. The manufacturing bay is up here. Oh, sorry, it's up on the other side of the cargo bay. When you try to get up there, that room has been completely destroyed. That is when the bulkheads are down and that area is exposed to space. There is a viewpoint, and from what you can see, there is nothing left.
Right, just blasted completely away.
Yeah, there is something happening
okay.
that has been destroyed. So that leads you. So that's this area has successfully been complete, guys. Well done. This now.
So there is no tools, like none.
There is no tools you can use for this. Yeah,
got it.
Wherever what remains of Brendan is.
Plot point has the tools.
Move on.
Yeah,
Are we on the bridge at the moment?
You are not on the bridge. You are still on the underside of the ship. The bridge is upstairs, up the elevator. You still have another area to go through next.
Did I ever know Brennan?
Do you know Brennan? Since you came to the ship, Logan, basically you were taken from the Ishimura. You were flung in a room and you were told not to leave the room. You were brought meals. You were brought like an iPad to sit and play on, and you were told to stay there. And then a few years later, all the crazy stuff started happening. And because you're a sneaky kid, you managed to break your way out of the room and you went to ground straight away, just running and hiding, ducking and dodging. You didn't catch me. You might have seen them, but you don't know who they are. Because you've lived through these kind of things long enough to know that there's no point in getting attached to people. You're not even sure that these folk you're with right now is worth learning their names. Because you tend to survive and other folk tend not to.
Well.
Okay, so this is about me dying because I fucking love this picture. I found this online and it's so funny. Front section, lower deck.
Nice.
Oh, that's fucking grim.
I fucking love that.
Damn. That actually looks like a photo from one of the horror RPGs that I played recently.
I don't doubt for a second it's probably ripped from something, but I thought it fit quite well with what I was going to do next. So, okay. So for those at home that can't see, the front section of the lower section, good writing, Lee, shows signs of fighting. Scorch marks on the walls, melted floors, plasma burns, and even soft shell cases from small arms fire. I should point out that when you guys are shooting off your weapons, it is soft shells you use. It's something we created for space battles in games. Otherwise, it just seemed really dangerous. These are creatures with there are creatures with multiple limbs torn apart and twitching, lying in a circle. around 2 large, thin-limbed ebony animals. This was before I decided you guys would know what xenomorphs were. So basically, there's the fleshy creatures that you've seen already have been fighting the xenomorphs.
Are
They all
they?
appear to be dead.
Okay.
So they're not moving anymore.
No, the fleshy creatures, the what we now know as necromorphs, are kind of like oozing, but they always kind of do that. But they're not like standing up and fighting or anything.
Can I quickly just
Okay.
burn them for prosperity? Just so I don't-
Mm, do you really think we should do that?
I ain't going to stop you, mate. If you want to set fire to things, you can.
yeah, I'll kind of go to burn it.
Yeah. Even through the filters on your your evac suits, does smell good. Smell real bad. But you know,
Does the
be much
boss
worse.
puke again?
I'm gonna turn the settings down on my suit a little bit for.
Get it right in there. Oh yeah, I love it.
I love the smell of burning flesh in the morning.
Flesh monster in the morning. Now there are signs saying engineering, engine control, and upper deck access. Directly in front of you is a section to the upper deck, and to the where are we? I think it's the north is the security section, and the south is the engineer control section. How do you want to handle this? Do you want to have a look around first, or do you just want to move on?
I look
So,
at the boss.
Yeah.
My character is just like, we need to keep moving. I don't like staying in one place for too long. There's just creepy vibes all around here, and I want to get to the main command deck as quickly as possible.
Got it. I look at Winters.
Right.
Anything?
Right.
Yeah, I mean that's
Well-
probably the smart thing to do. Yeah.
But there could be something in the engineering section, but follow the money. Actually,
Yeah. Okay.
I can go with you to the engineering bit, and DK can stay with the boss here.
I mean, part of the job was to see if there was any survivors, and people could be
Yeah.
held up in those places. But I'm not telling you guys what to do.
Yeah.
I
can go.
thought we got the information. Most people were upstairs.
You sure
There
did.
could be
We don't
upstairs.
know, though.
Off the
Yeah,
unreliable
it's not
10-year-old.
Is the brief not meant to be like you're meant to check every room? Is that not part of the
So
brief?
probably, yeah.
I'm not telling you what to do.
We're
I'm just
supposed to
telling you
search the
I
ship.
wrote shit
for
for there, and you
survivors.
can do it or not.
It was
It's up to you.
supposed to be search the ship until we discovered there's something else on this ship, and until we've gotten to the command deck and gotten into the black box to find out what's going on here. I'm not comfortable with splitting up and doing a room by room search.
Yeah.
Once
Yeah.
we've then found out what has happened here, we can do breach and clear and search the other
Yeah.
areas to find the survivors. But right now we have
Mhm.
no idea what's going on.
If we
I
split
don't
up
wanna
and
go in
die,
blind.
then we're not any help to anyone. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Does this lift work?
As you can tell, there's some like weird shit lying on it. There's like the usual kind of lumps of like pulsating flesh that are there. That seem to be everywhere, but like it's not doing
Yeah.
anything. If Leon was here, which he's not, I would tell him that he is feeling a slight tug to the north.
Oh.
But
Leon,
he's
get
not here.
back. Leon,
Stop shitting, Leon.
pinch it off. Get back here.
We've all seen Riddick. We all know what happens when you take a shit in the ship.
Oh
Um,
goodness.
Because there's a cool thing there, and he's just coming
Leon,
back.
come here.
I was
Get
always going to
over
come
here.
out
Let
with
the
like
man
a
go to the toilet, guys.
I was always going to come out with like a big sandwich or something.
I'm back from my sandwich.
So, as the group are saying, "Let's move forward and go upstairs," Leon, you again like your mother's voice, and the reason I say your mother's voice is like not your mother, but like something that feels like a mother, and it's almost begging you to check on its baby, and its baby is to the north. Using north in spaceship language, I guess this would be whatever left is. Is that port, starboard,
So
port? There you
this-
go.
Yeah.
So
Port
this
side.
is the opposite of the direction that we're currently going.
Yous would be going where the ship is. That It's
We'd
the
be
big
going
elevator.
forward.
That was where you'd be going. You'd
Yeah.
be going forward.
Yeah.
The voice
So what
is
the
almost
bit up
pleading with
there?
you to check on its baby.
What bit is that?
Don't know where that's asking, Rachel.
The bit you've just said that it's calling to.
This it is asking him to go to the port side of the ship. I'm going to call it north because that's where it is in the map.
It's the north
Yeah.
map. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would I be able to slip away unnoticed?
Oh, you sent it to
Is
the
that
DM. I
the
thought you were asking.
engineering bit?
I'm
That'd be like
asking
a
that.
stealth roll, mate. If you're asking the
Uh,
boss, then it's up to you.
I don't know. I'll turn to the boss and I'll say, ma'am, we really should not leave any sectors down here unnoticed. I have a feeling that the north may be a section of interest. If you'll give me permission to go through and give a once over.
I don't know what's going on here, Marine, but this isn't your first rodeo. I know you've done these kinds of missions before.
When D
We
gets a
need to
feeling,
get
he should follow it. Trust me.
we need to get to the command deck first to find out what has happened on this ship. Once we have the information from the command deck, then we can search the ship. I would rather not fly in blind. If you want to go off on your own and get yourself killed, by all means. Yeet yourself out an airlock for all I care. But we need to get to the command deck to find out what has happened here first before we move forward with any other searches.
I'll look over at the northern section and back at Vicky to try and see how is Vicky
Bill's
reacting to this.
almost impossible to ignore, mate. It's almost like you could hear a baby crying from the other room at this point. No one else can hear it.
Well,
That's what you feel
I've
like.
worked with him before, so his instinct, if D's instinct is to go north, then I'm going right. I'm going north. Come on. So
God,
don't come
Nah.
get left
it's just
behind.
like shore leave.
I'll say to Vicky, no, Vicky, you stay with Luciana. Ma'am, I'm gonna stay here and just do a once over of the ship, and then I'll join you
I
guys
can't let
back
you
up
go by
top.
yourself. We've
No,
seen the
Can I
shit
ask him
round here.
questions?
You want to ask questions, mate? Of course you can.
I was going to say, Mr. Redneck, is it stuff you can hear? What is
He's a
it?
marine, not a roughneck, not a redneck.
He's a redneck to me 'cause I
Oh,
don't care
okay.
about name.
Ma'am, could I ain't gonna say I hear anything, but I do have a feeling.
I got an insight on Leon.
Insight's not so much a thing in this game, but if you want to roll, I think it'd be like an empathy check. Let me just have a look what you would use that as, mate. 2 seconds. Oh, it's past, not looking. He is Hezbollah. You, I guess, would be. I guess it'd be a manipulation check, mate. I'll give you a manipulation or observation, whatever you prefer. And tell me what you're looking for.
I get an advantage on it.
Nope. Although I'll tell you, give
You're
yourself
right.
three. I'll give yourself 3 stress dice because you. Oh, you got 2 successes. Give
Right.
yourself 3 stress dice anyway because you've been kind of crawling around the ship, almost getting eaten for a few days.
Okay.
So 2 successes. What are you looking for? What are you trying to get out from here?
Like if he's like being kind of turning a bit fucking mental, like
You
if he can
don't
hear the whispers
see.
and singing,
Interesting.
and I can like warn them, like yeah, he's got a bit loopy by the way.
You recognise the signs of what people call like the singing.
Mhm.
They kind of go grey. Their eyes get really twitchy. They get really bloodshot looking. He only looks concerned, like he's scared. Like not scared for himself, but scared for somebody that is helpless. So he just looks concerned.
I say to Mrs. Bothwood, I was like, I think you need to look at this redneck. It's a bit weird to me.
Have you seen this happen before?
Vaguely, I don't really pay attention after the shit that happened.
Ma'am, you can have a check over me. From the suit, you can see my vitals. I'm of complete health. mind and body. I'm gonna be time. Like you say, is going. I need to check down here, and I will regroup with yourself.
Why?
Right.
What is so important that you need to go and check?
Ma'am,
If you can't give me a valid reason, I can't let you leave.
ma'am,
I just look at him and go on then. I'll stay here.
I have a feeling that we still need to check the northern section of this floor.
And we will, but not right now. That is not our priority right now.
Leon, the urgency is getting greater and greater and greater. Like it is like behind a damn crack in there. Like you don't care what these people are saying to you. You need to go.
I'm gonna they're in the elevator right now, right?
Nope, they are just literally. You are all standing right here.
Yeah, we're not in
so
yet.
the
Don't
elevator's
worry.
here.
Okay, I'm gonna message you something, Lee.
Okay. Boop boop doodle boop 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 boop. Someone do an ad for something.
Diddly-doo.
Hi, my illustration.
I don't say
Only
anything. If you
X amount
send me
of
money,
money.
Boop-boop-boop-boop.
if you send me money, I will do this
Join Whalen Yutani.
Yep.
and a gift.
I'll send you a gift for me doing this.
We will
If you
buy
pay
you
me,
a
I will
dog.
sponsor.
See if you send me all this and I go no.
That's really so funny.
I'm back in a second.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh,
See if you just
slouching
snuck off,
again.
Leon. See if you just been like, I go to the back and sneak off. We could have been done.
I was yeah.
Sorry, mate.
He's thinking of cool things. Leave him alone.
Yeah, man, it's cool. Like I told you, this was very heavy RPP. You guys have done a real good job. Oh man, you've been sending me messages this whole time.
Kind of. It's fine.
What happens, Lee?
Okay, cool.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Yep, do that. Okay, so you all move towards the elevator then.
Yeah, I moved towards the elevator.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, and
Okay.
don't ever send me anything through Discord because I don't look at Discord. If you would text me shit, right, I'll see that.
Okay.
But like fucking Discord, man, I'm not a child. I don't use Discord. Cool them down with the kids. Right, cool. So you all
He
go
said
towards the
using-
elevator.
Never mind. Sorry.
He says using old man speak. So you all go to the elevator, beep boop beep, and it starts to raise off. At that moment, Leon, as it's raising off the ground, what do you do?
As the doors are as it's raising off the ground, I kind of roll and out of the elevator.
And it goes just basically as it's one of those elevators that kind of moves to the side like that. So it's just as it's kind of getting to the part, he's like, I'll be back in a minute, and just like fucking combat slides underneath it. Just fucking missing the top his head.
And Jones it.
Indiana Jones and that bad boy.
Yeah.
I wave while you guys are going up.
And you just go up to the next level. So we'll come back to you, Leon.
I turn to Rachel's character and go, "Do you usually do that?"
And
just
we don't know
fell
how she
asleep.
replies. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's in the corner having a shit. Right, so anyway. So Leon, yeah, you head up to the north of the room. This is where you discover the thing that we the picture showed you. It was the human with like the kind of creature in its face, which you would know as a face hugger. However, the face hugger seems to have been infected. Whatever kind of corruption has created those other creatures, which is something you've not seen happen before. That the Xenos themselves don't seem to be affected, at least not in the same way.
Mm-hmm.
But the face hugger is, and it's corrupted itself, and it's on the person's face. And as you look at them, their eyes are uncovered, and they look at you, and there's just tears streaming down their face. As it sees you go into the room, it turns slightly. And you kind of like hear like a come from it, and then it twitches really violently. The chest cracks, and something bursts out, which you know is a chest burster.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes out, and it does a little kind of chest burster shoot, and then limbs sprout out the side, but they spray the kind of green blood everywhere with the kind of bone claws you've seen on the necromorphs.
Mm-hmm.
And it launches itself forward at you, but then just kind of like almost like dies. You just see the life go out of it halfway. It starts to sizzle and kind of burn underneath the kind of power of its own acidic blood. These things don't seem to meld very well, and it
Mhm.
kind of collapses to the ground in front of you. At that moment, you feel this unbelievable wave of grief
Can
kind of
I
like wash over you.
can I run towards the uh, the chest popper? Well, I can't remember the
Chest burster,
name.
yeah.
Chest burster. Run towards the chest burster and check it. Is it dead? Is it dying? What's happening to it?
It is completely dead. As you even got to pick it up, you recognise that like it's almost like two sets of organs in it, and it's like the green acidic blood that you've cared for is kind of melting through everything. It doesn't seem to be quite as strong as it normally is in like the full grown Xenos, but it's strong enough that it just is destroying this creature. Whatever kind of corruption or way it's tried to bind with it hasn't worked. Even when it's got it like in the embryo stage, it kind of half done it, but this thing could not have ever survived. It was just too much of one and not enough of the other.
I'll
Um,
hold it close like a child, and I'll.
your armor's going to take 1 damage doing that.
Is it? I
Yep.
won't do that then.
Mm.
Oh, are you sure? Is that what your character would do?
It would, yeah. I'll do that, and I'll hold it close, and I'm gonna try and do some kind of. Uh, I'm gonna see if I
CPR.
can do anything to bring it back to
You,
life.
as soon as you see this, you know in your heart it's dead. You grab it and you feel the damage. You know, like the warning lights flash up and it tells you to put it down, and you do this, and the kind of auto repair system is going to like release some kind of enzyme that kind of neutralizes the poison to an extent anyway, but the poison,
Mm.
the acid, and you know it's gone. However, you see two things as you kind of look up in the sun. You see a key card hanging from the kind of ruined corpse of the humanoid, and you see an unusual looking weapon lying beside him as well.
I'll go over to the weapon. I'm a marine. I think I'll be more interested in the weapon.
Okay, you've seen these. Some of the kind of like the technicians and the miners use them occasionally. It's a plasma cutter. So for any of you that have played played Dead Space, it's the thing he cuts the
Yeah.
fucking limbs off with. Uh, you're like, although you feel really sad about that dead alien baby, like this is also a cool baby.
Yeah.
Probably.
Says, I got a new present.
No, I placed the baby chest buster on the ground, and I'll go over to the plasma cutter. Can I
Mhm.
carry the plasma cutter, or do I need to drop one of my
You're going to have
weapons?
to sacrifice one of the other weapons for this.
I'll sacrifice the incinerator, and I'll take this one.
Incinerator. You put the incinerator down, and then you've got your plasma cutter. I do have the stats for that. I don't have them on me, but we'll sort it out shortly. Okay.
Let's go. I'll let them up.
There's a specific thing you have to look up for them, mate. I will find it for you and send them over because I meant to have it up and I totally forgot. I actually thought I'd saved them across and I didn't. Oh wait, no, I did. Ha 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 ha.
So it's not the smart gun,
No,
right?
it's not the
Different.
smart gun, mate. No, it's its own thing. This is a homebrew item. I will look up the guy's name who actually done all this stuff, but there's a guy that statted everything for this game and from Dead Space, which was super cool. Right, if you look, there should be a 211 version plasma cutter on the Roll20,
Mhm.
and it basically tells you what it does. The right one? I think so. So anyway, yeah. But I'll look up the stats, but we'll sort it out because we're going to end fairly soon anyway. Because then you have done the kind of bottom section of the ship. So anyway, so you do that. So you're like, hey, this thing works. We're going to cut back to the rest of the group who are now going up in the elevator. You've just seen your friend kind of combat slide underneath. You are still in comms contact with him. Whether or not he's got them switched on is up to him. But you are now going into the top section of the.
Wait, hang on. I wouldn't have left him behind, just so you know.
You had no option.
Do
He
it.
waited
Yeah.
until you were on the elevator, and then he basically waited to the last second, and then kind of just slid out the space.
Oh, right. Gotcha.
Yeah.
When the hands on my off, for fuck's sake.
Well, this is what happens. Again, we can't always do everything we want to do. Sometimes you got to give people their moment.
This is like, I can't believe that just happened.
Most, I mean, if you had seen us at any other time, you'd have probably broke into applause because it was really fucking cool, but incredibly dangerous. And also, there's fucking monsters everywhere. What is he thinking? But he done it. No.
Yeah, I'm cursing under my breath, calling him a stupid motherfucker.
I'm like, well, he's dead.
So, the elevator brings you to the top level with a soft hiss. You're in a room. The room is covered in a mix of black light chitin, I think you call it, chitin-like material that is being
Chitin.
slowly overtaken with fleshy, pulsating matter. It seems to be locked in some kind of battle, but the flesh material is winning. You can see where it is digging into the chitin and just kind of slowly pushing its way through it, breaking it. A comms panel lights up at the door's entrance, and you hear a voice crackling through. Are you there? Can you hear me?
I'm gonna go over the comms and hit the button. Who is this?
This is Brennan. We're using the internal comms. We can speak to you now. If you come to us now, we can save her. We can get her out of here.
Save who? What happened to this ship?
It's easier if I can explain to you. If you come to us now, at that moment, you just hear a, and that's where we're going to leave it tonight.
Dun, dun.
When he says her, do I think of the thing downstairs?
You don't feel anything towards that her.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So we're going to leave it there for
As-
tonight.
As we're
Alright.
finishing up, just as he's given us the breakdown of, oh, you need to come to speak to me personally, I'm sticking a USB pen into the control panel of the ship and frantically typing.
Yeah, fair enough. The area they're going to tell you to go to is basically the medical bay. So from the schematics that you have, you will know where it is. I'll show you the map because we do actually have it. I'll have to close it because there's so much stuff
At the
open.
beginning of the next session, I'm going to try and contact DK before I go anywhere.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Now, this map didn't actually have like an upper area for like an elevator to go in, so we're going to pretend this is where you come in, okay? Even though it's far too small for the elevator. But sorry, guys, I'm not designing whole maps for this shit. Okay, fuck yous.
Okay.
So imagine that area is bigger.
Okay.
That is where you are, and this is where you need to get to, and then there's all this other weird shit around about here.
I
So
don't
you are
see it
here.
Oh, hang on. Where am I?
We're here, are we not?
No.
Oh,
He's on the.
we
You should be.
have a lift there, I think.
Sorry,
Wait, no, there's
sorry,
too many buttons.
No, there you go, guys. Sorry, no, it's just a
Oh,
different.
right, okay.
There's the new one. Sorry,
Yeah, right.
you guys came in here, right?
Here.
Right.
That's the one, and you will need to get
Right.
to here, and then there's all this
There.
weird shit around about
Okay.
there.
Okay.
Okay,
Right.
but we'll leave that for tonight. And we'll
Okay.
finish it off tomorrow, hopefully. Because you guys done a strong game tonight. I'm very impressed. So with that, we'll call it for this evening. Thank you to all my wonderful players that have came in and played. You've all done a great job. Leon, is there anything you want to promote?
Just want to promote tomorrow's game. Please come
Hey!
and join us. And yeah, looks it's always fun, you know. Cheers, yeah, cheers, Lee.
Cool. Logan, is there anything you want to say about the game? I'll try and get you more included tomorrow, mate. Sorry, I forgot you were actually in the game, and I was like, wait a minute, Logan's here. But it took so long to get off the ship. Anyway, anything you want to say, mate?
You know how to blame? No.
Okay, cool. Minnie, anything you want to promote or anything?
If you like artwork, you can come and follow me on pixelfed.scott, Fluffgar. I also have a MakerTube account, same name, so you'll find me there.
Also, Minnie does really creepy artwork, so, you know, if you want to make really creepy artwork for you,
It's
she
not-
can.
All creepy.
She can, if you choose. She can also just paint you people fucking if that's what you're into, I assume.
Potentially, I mean, it's not that difficult.
You
It's a
have
bit
to ask
boring, but
nicely, though.
Yeah. You have to pay her money.
Yeah, a lot.
You ain't gonna do it for free.
Vary, anything you want to promote?
Yes, I want to promote Fat Man Comics. I have put the spelling into the comments section of the Twitch chat. He's a local stall in Falkirk who goes around conventions as well, selling comic books and promoting local comic book artists.
And Rachel, anything you want to promote?
I'm not.
Not jumping
Callum
out of
has
lifts.
a comic book. I cannot remember what it's called, however. But I know he has a comic book. So read that.
Give him money.
Yeah.
Is
Give
Callum in
Mary
the?
money because she's awesome too.
Give us all money. We would all like money.
You know, watch the game.
Here's
tomorrow
Callum's
because-
comic.
There you
Yeah,
go.
that's it.
Crusaders
Oh,
it's
wait.
called. Yeah.
Oh,
Crusaders,
yes.
yes.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay, I don't know if it's actually. There we go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That,
Couldn't
that's our
focus, but I did
friend's
it.
comic. And he
Lee-
plays...
Mhm.
I'm not sure what games he's in that's coming up.
He's
Oh,
in
there it is.
Vassin. He's in
Yes.
Richard's game as well now, which is mad. He's in my Friday night game. Actually, he's in all 4 of the games, although we only streamed 3 of them. Do we stream
Yeah,
Cats? I can't remember.
that's true.
Leon, I put the booklet to look through in the chat there, but we'll cover that later on. It's a really good booklet. I should actually have fucking read it. Hold on. I didn't rip this off because the guy gives it away for free, but just so we know who it is. The homebrew is something like blah blah blah. It's published by he said it's Free League, but we know it's Free League that done that. It's based in Dead Space 3 by Electronic Arts. So stop doing the actual people, mate. Do yourself because you've done all the hard work. Okay, some guy called Big_Eagle111. He done a bunch of shit. It was on Reddit. I found this. It's really cool. Honestly, such a big supplement. I'm very impressed. Apart from that, we are back in tomorrow where we'll hopefully finish this, and I will kill you all. Because you are far too alive at the end of this session. After this, it's back to business as usual. We'll probably do something on Friday, and then from Sunday forward, we'll probably be back to where we were. And then Richard's back on Tuesday next week, and Scott's back with Varson on Monday next week. But that's a big thank you from me, and hopefully Scott's watching so he can switch us off, or we're all going to awkwardly be here at the camera.
Just smile and
Finally.
leave.
So, Scott, are you there? Can you switch us off? I don't know.
Logan's the